The bison is a large, powerful, and iconic mammal native to North America and parts of Europe. Known for its massive size, shaggy appearance, and distinctive hump over its shoulders, the bison is one of the most impressive and recognizable members of the bovine family. Key characteristics: size and build. Bison are among the largest terrestrial animals in North America. Adult males, known as bulls, can weigh between 900 to 2,200 pounds, 400 to 1,000 kilograms, while females, known as cows, are generally smaller, weighing between 700 to 1,200 pounds, 320 to 540 kilograms. They stand about 5 to 6.5 feet, 1.5 to 2 meters, tall at the shoulders. Bison have a thick, dark brown coat that becomes thicker and longer in winter. Their heads are large with a distinctive beard, and they have a pronounced hump over their shoulders, which is made of muscle and supported by large vertebrae. Behavior. Bison are social animals and typically live in herds. The size of these herds can vary, with larger groups forming during migration or in favorable grazing areas. They are known for their strong migratory behavior, often traveling long distances in search of food and water. Despite their large size, bison are surprisingly agile and can run at speeds up to 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour. They are also capable swimmers. Habitat. Historically, bison roamed the vast grasslands, plains, and prairies of North America, from Canada down to Mexico. Today, their range is much more limited, with most bison found in protected areas such as national parks and reserves. In Europe, the European bison, also known as the bison, is found in isolated forest areas, particularly in Poland and Belarus. Diet. Bison are herbivores, primarily grazing on grasses, sedges, and other low-lying vegetation. Their diet can vary seasonally depending on the availability of food sources. They have a complex digestive system that allows them to extract maximum nutrients from tough, fibrous plants. Conservation status. The American bison was once on the brink of extinction due to overhunting and habitat loss in the 19th century. However, thanks to extensive conservation efforts, their numbers have rebounded significantly, although they are still considered near threatened. The European bison faced similar threats and was also nearly extinct in the wild, but conservation programs have successfully reintroduced them to several protected areas. Cultural significance. The bison holds significant cultural importance, particularly in North America. It is a symbol of the Great Plains and is revered by many indigenous peoples, who relied on the bison for food, clothing, and tools. The bison is also the national mammal of the United States, symbolizing resilience and the country's natural heritage. Bison are majestic creatures that represent the strength and endurance of wildlife. Their successful recovery from the brink of extinction is a testament to the importance of conservation and the role of protected areas in preserving biodiversity. Yes, bison can be used for human consumption, particularly for their meat, which has gained popularity in recent years due to its nutritional benefits. Bison meat is leaner than beef, with lower fat content and fewer calories, making it a healthier alternative. It is also rich in protein, iron, and essential vitamins like B12. Bison are raised on ranches and farms, often in a more natural and less intensive manner than cattle, which contributes to the quality and flavor of the meat. The meat is typically grass-fed, which many consumers prefer for its perceived health benefits and more sustainable production methods. In addition to meat, bison hides and bones are also utilized for various purposes, such as leather goods and traditional crafts. While bison were once hunted to near extinction in North America, conservation efforts have successfully restored their populations, allowing for sustainable use of bison in modern agriculture and food production. Bison, while similar to domestic cattle and buffalo in some ways, are fundamentally different in terms of temperament and behavior, making them challenging to fully domesticate like water buffalo or dairy cattle. Challenges in domesticating bison. Wild nature. Bison are inherently wild animals, having evolved in the vast plains and forests where they needed to be strong, fast, and often aggressive to survive predators and harsh conditions. This wild nature means they are less likely to respond to human interaction in the same way domesticated animals do. Aggression and unpredictability. Bison can be very aggressive, especially when they feel threatened or during the breeding season. Their large size, combined with their unpredictability, makes them dangerous to handle, especially in confined spaces like those used for domestic cattle. Social structure. Bison have a strong herd mentality and social structure, which can make them difficult to manage in a farm setting. They may not easily adapt to the separation and individual handling common in domestic livestock management. Breeding and domestication efforts. While there have been some efforts to breed bison with domestic cattle to create hybrids, known as beefalo, these hybrids often inherit a mix of characteristics, and the wild traits of bison tend to dominate, making them harder to manage than traditional livestock. Practical uses. Bison are raised on ranches for their meat, which is prized for being lean and nutritious, but they are not typically milked or used for labor like domestic buffalo. Their primary value remains in their meat and hides, rather than as fully domesticated animals for multiple purposes. Conclusion. Bison are not easily domesticated like water buffalo or dairy cattle due to their wild temperament, aggressive behavior, and strong herd instincts. While they can be managed on ranches for meat production, turning them into fully domestic animals like buffalo is challenging and not typically pursued. Their wild nature remains a defining characteristic, even when raised in captivity. Bison lifespan and offspring count. Lifespan. American bison. Typically, American bison have a lifespan of around 15 to 20 years in the wild, although they can live up to 25 years or more under optimal conditions, such as in captivity or protected reserves. European bison. European bison have a similar lifespan, generally living 15 to 20 years in the wild and potentially longer in captivity. Offspring count. Reproduction. Female bison, cows, usually give birth to one calf at a time. Twins are extremely rare. Gestation period. The gestation period for a bison is about 9.5 months, around 285 days. Birth. Calves are typically born in the late spring or early summer, and they can stand and walk within a few hours of birth. Weaning. Calves are weaned at about 7 to 8 months old, but they usually stay with their mothers for at least the first year of their lives. In summary, bison live around 15 to 20 years and typically have one calf per pregnancy. Their reproductive strategy focuses on raising strong, single offspring, rather than having multiple births at once. Bison, despite their large size and strength, face threats from several natural predators. The primary predators of bison include 1. Wolves. Hunting strategy. Wolves are among the most significant predators of bison, especially in regions like North America. They often hunt in packs, using teamwork to take down these large herbivores. Wolves typically target weaker individuals, such as calves or older, injured bison, but a coordinated pack can bring down even a healthy adult. Impact. Wolf packs can wear down a bison by chasing it over long distances, eventually bringing it down through bites to the legs, hindquarters, or throat. 2. Grizzly bears. Hunting strategy. Grizzly bears occasionally prey on bison, particularly calves or injured adults. While they do not typically hunt bison as their primary food source, grizzlies are powerful enough to kill a bison, particularly if the bison is caught off guard or in a vulnerable state. Impact. A grizzly might use its sheer strength and claws to overpower a bison, especially if it can isolate the animal from its herd. 3. Cougars, mountain lions. Hunting strategy. Cougars, also known as mountain lions, may prey on bison calves or younger individuals. They are ambush predators, relying on stealth and a powerful pounce to bring down their prey. While they generally avoid adult bison due to their size, they can be a threat to younger or smaller bison. Impact. Cougars aim to bite the neck or throat of their prey, quickly immobilizing it. 4. Humans. Hunting strategy. Historically, humans have been one of the most significant predators of bison, particularly during the 19th century in North America. Hunting led to a drastic decline in bison populations, almost driving them to extinction. Today, regulated hunting still occurs, but conservation efforts have helped stabilize bison numbers. Impact. Modern humans primarily pose a threat to bison through hunting, habitat destruction, and climate change. 5. Coyote. Hunting strategy. Coyotes are typically not strong enough to hunt adult bison, but they may pose a threat to newborn calves, especially if they are weak or separated from the herd. Impact. Coyotes often scavenge or target smaller, more vulnerable animals rather than engaging with full-grown bison. Other potential threats. Disease. While not a predator, diseases can weaken bison, making them more susceptible to predation. Climate change. Changes in climate can affect bison habitats, indirectly increasing their vulnerability to predators. Conclusion. Bison are most at risk from predators like wolves, grizzly bears, cougars, and humans, with wolves being their most significant natural predator. Coyotes also pose a threat, particularly to young calves. Despite their size and strength, these predators can challenge bison, particularly when they are weak, young, or isolated from the herd.